A man was a retired soldier who lived in a small town. He loved his daughter but didn't know how to show it. He wanted her to have a stable future, so he often told her to focus on practical things, like studying business. But his daughter dreamed of being a violinist. One evening, after the man criticized her for wasting time on music, the daughter shouted, "At least I'm not afraid to chase my dreams." Her words hit him like a punch. The man felt angry but also hurt. Instead of responding, he turned away. From that day, he kept his distance. One night, the daughter was in a car accident on her way home from a school event. When the man rushed to the hospital, the sight of her in a hospital bed made his chest tighten, but he didn't know what to say, so he stayed quiet. Late that night, his wife confronted him. "Why are you like this? She's your daughter." The man hesitated, then whispered, "She reminds me of my brother. Before he went to war, we fought. I never got to make it right. What if I lose her too?" His wife softened, "But she's here now. You don't have to lose her." The next morning, the man sat by his daughter's bed. "I'm sorry," he said. "I've been hard on you because I care. I just didn't know how to say it." His daughter's eyes filled with tears. "I care about you too, Dad." This girl's parents died when she was 5. Her grandmother took her in but made her sleep in the cold basement. Every morning, she'd wake up to do all the housework, while her grandmother sat upstairs watching TV. When neighbors visited, her grandmother would lock her in the basement. "If you tell anyone about this, I'll send you to the streets." The girl prayed every night, "God, why don't you help me? Why am I suffering?" Years passed. She grew up and moved far away, never looking back. One day, a social worker called. "Your grandmother is very sick. She's asking for you." The girl hung up angrily. "I don't care. She hurt me for years, but something inside her heart kept bothering her." Finally, she returned home. Her grandmother was lying weak in bed. "Why were you so mean to me? Your parents left you with so much debt. I sold everything I had to keep you fed. I was scared if people knew how poor we were, they'd take you away from me." The girl's anger melted into tears. "I never knew Grandma." For weeks, she cared for her grandmother, reading her stories and holding her hand. One morning, she found a letter on the nightstand. "My dear child, I loved you but didn't know how to show it. Thank you for coming back. Now I can rest in peace. Drop a heart if you believe God works through forgiveness." This woman owned a small bakery with a tiny apartment upstairs. Her boyfriend Mike had been living there for 6 months, but last night, he broke up with her. "I don't love you anymore. We're done." Her heart shattered. "Fine, then get out of my place. You have 1 week. Sarah, please. I lost my job last month. I have no money and nowhere to go. Not my problem anymore. You broke my heart. Now leave." For days, Mike begged. "Just give me more time. I'm trying to find work." But Sarah refused. She even changed the lock. That Sunday at church, Sarah felt proud. The pastor talked about forgiveness, but she thought, some people don't deserve it. Monday morning, Sarah opened her bakery and gasped. All her equipment was broken. Water everywhere. She'd be ruined. Then her neighbor rushed over. "Sarah, thank God Mike was here last night. A pipe burst at midnight. He called the repair guy and used his last $200 to fix it. He said he couldn't let your dream die, even if you hated him." Sarah's hands trembled. "Where is he now?" "Sleeping in his car outside. He's been guarding your shop all week." Sarah ran outside, tears streaming. Sometimes God tests our hearts when we think we're testing others. Comment yes if you agree. A man stood in his kitchen, holding a bottle of red wine. It was the night before Thanksgiving, and he was getting ready to visit his sister, but only he was invited, not his wife. 5 years ago, his wife had cheated, and it broke his heart, but he chose to forgive her, and they rebuilt their life together. However, his sister had been the one to help him heal, so she refused to speak to his wife. This year, she made it clear, "You can come, but your wife can't." The man didn't want to upset his sister, so he agreed. But his wife asked him, "If you've forgiven me, why can't your sister?" Her words stayed in his mind. When he arrived, his sister's kid bumped into him. The bottle of red wine fell and shattered, spilling across the floor. "It's just wine." But the man froze, staring at the mess. "No, it's not just wine. It's how I've been feeling. I'm stuck between loving you and my wife, but I can't keep making her pay for something she regrets every day." His sister paused. "I don't have to forgive her, but maybe I can let her try again." Later, the man returned home with leftovers. Family isn't perfect, but it's worth fighting for. This woman laughed when she saw her neighbor praying in the garden. "God won't help your sick flowers. Science will." "I believe God cares about all living things, dear." "That's silly. Prayer is useless." She stomped on the flower bed. "See? Your God didn't stop me." The neighbor just picked up the broken flowers. "I'll pray for them anyway." "Waste your time then." That night, a terrible storm hit. The woman's roof started leaking badly. Water poured into her house. She panicked and called for help, but no one answered. Then she heard a gentle knock. It was her neighbor holding tools and buckets. "I came to help fix your roof. Why would you help me? I was so mean to you." God teaches us to love everyone, even those who hurt us. Working together, they fixed the leak. The woman felt ashamed. I don't deserve your kindness. Everyone deserves kindness. The next morning, the woman saw something amazing. The flowers she had stepped on were blooming beautifully again. Her neighbor was watering them. The woman knelt down. Will you teach me how to pray? God was waiting for you to ask. Comment, yes. If you believe God's love can change any heart. A man walks in with his elegant fiancée. A waitress greets them. Good evening. Table for two? Yes, under Mr. Parker. As she leads them to their seats, the fiancé glances at the waitress. She seems familiar. Do you know her? Yeah, she's my ex. We dated in college. I heard she dropped out. A college dropout working as a waitress? You definitely upgraded. The waitress remains silent but hears every word. As they eat, the restaurant manager approaches. Mr. Parker, you're in for a surprise. Tonight's dinner is on the house. From the owner herself. The owner? Just then the waitress returns, now in a formal blazer. Yes, I'm the owner. I built this restaurant after I dropped out to take care of my dying father. The couple is stunned. Waitress, looking directly at the fiancé. And I'm glad he left me. It taught me what real love and strength look like. This month alone, we made $120,000 in profits. Tonight, we celebrate. The man awkwardly stands up. Listen, I didn't mean no need, but there's one more thing. She signals a staff member who brings out a small envelope. This is your bill. Dinner isn't free for those who disrespect others. Inside the envelope, a note. Respect is earned, not served. This homeless woman sat outside the church every Sunday, but never went inside. The pastor noticed her and walked over. Ma'am, service is starting. You're welcome to join us. God doesn't want me. I've done too many bad things. God loves everyone. Not me. I stole food to feed my kids. I lied. I failed as a mother. Church members walked past. Why is he talking to her? She smells terrible. Pastor, don't waste your time, an elder said. Some people are beyond saving. The woman started to leave, but the pastor gently touched her arm. Wait. He took off his expensive watch and handed it to her. Sell this. Feed your children. I can't take this. God provides through people. He smiled. Tears rolled down her face. But I'm nobody special. You're special to him. That night, she prayed for the first time in years. The next morning, she found an envelope under her door. Inside was a job offer from the church. Full-time cleaner with housing included. We need someone who understands grace. It was signed by the same elder who called her beyond saving. He had been watching from his window when the pastor gave her his watch. 20 years later, she became the church's head of outreach, helping other broken souls find hope. This woman worked as a maid in a rich man's mansion. She cleaned, cooked, and cared for the house every day. But her biggest secret was that she was struggling to feed her own children at home. One evening, the rich man's son, Tommy, left his piggy bank on the dining table. The woman saw it and thought, if I take a little, I can buy food for my children. She knew it was wrong, but her kids hadn't eaten for 2 days. When no one was watching, the woman opened the piggy bank. But as she reached in, she heard a small voice behind her. What are you doing? It was Tommy. She froze in fear and quickly explained, I'm so sorry. My children are hungry and I don't know what else to do. Tommy looked at her with wide eyes. Instead of getting angry, he said, wait here! He ran upstairs and came back with all the money from his piggy bank. Take this! Your kids shouldn't be hungry! The woman couldn't believe her ears. Tears rolled down her cheeks as she hugged the little boy. The next day, the rich man found out what happened. Instead of firing the woman, he gave her extra money every week to support her family. From that day on, the woman worked even harder. And Tommy always reminded her, kindness is free. Share it. If you agree with this, hit that like button. For 3 years, I woke up at 5 a.m. every morning to run, shower, and start my day. And for 3 years, I also woke my girlfriend, Jess, up at 7:30. Jess isn't a morning person. She stays up until 2 or 3 a.m. every night on her phone. Waking her up was like battling a storm. Every day, insults, complaints, and tantrums. But I kept doing it until last Friday. That was it. I told her I was done. No more alarms, no more helping her get up for work. She was on her own. On Monday, she overslept. She was an hour late to work. And then came the call. Jess got fired. She blamed me. Demanded I give her half my salary until she found a new job. I couldn't believe it. I thought maybe I should have woken her up. But at some point, you have to let people face the consequences of their own choices. Was I wrong? This old priest saw a hungry boy outside his church. The boy was crying. Father, my mom is sick. We have no food. Can God help us? The priest emptied his pockets. He only had $20 left for his own medicine. He gave it to the boy anyway. God will provide, son. Buy food for your mother. A rich man walked by and laughed. You fool! You just gave away your last money. Where's your God now? The priest smiled. He's always here. The rich man mocked him. If your God is real, let him pay for your medicine then. He walked away laughing. The priest went home. His chest hurt badly. He needed medicine, but he had no money. Lord, I trust you, he whispered. His landlord knocked. Father, you're 3 months behind on rent. Pay $500 by tomorrow tomorrow or leave. The priest's heart sank. Now he needed medicine and rent money. That night, he could barely breathe. Maybe I was foolish, he thought. I'm going to lose everything. Just then, someone knocked. It was the boy's mother. "Father, my son told me what you did. This is for you." She handed him an envelope. Inside was $1,000. "But how?" asked the priest. "After my son bought food with your $20, he found a wallet outside. We returned it to the owner. The owner was so happy he gave us this reward." Just then, the rich man walked in. His face was pale. "Father, that was my wallet," the boy returned. "I've been searching everywhere." He paused. "Your God did show up. Here's $2,000 more for your kindness." The priest smiled with tears. "See, faith moves mountains. Drop a heart if you believe." A cafe owner noticed a young boy standing near the counter, silently watching. He said nothing, but his eyes lingered on a plate of leftover food. A waiter, noticing the boy's gaze, quickly picked up the plate and threw it away. Later, as the owner wiped the counter, his eyes caught something surprising. A small, crumpled bill left untouched beside a coffee cup. And in that moment, he realized the boy wasn't begging. He had been waiting to pay. Guilt weighed on the owner's heart. He rushed outside, calling after the boy, offering him a warm meal free of charge. But the boy simply shook his head, a quiet refusal. Then he turned to leave. Just as he reached the street, the owner noticed something. A small, tattered notebook in the boy's hands. The sight struck him deeply. Without hesitation, he wrapped some food, slipped a bit of money inside, and placed it gently in the boy's hands. "This is for when you need it most," he said softly. The boy opened the package. His eyes widened. For a moment, he just stood there, staring. Then he looked up, gave a small, silent nod of thanks, and walked away. Drop a heart if you believe the world needs more kindness.